Hello, my name is Richard Voltaire,
My name is Sachin Charles.
and this is H&R Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we once again have a very special guest. I would love to introduce to you Pierre, a.k.a. Enoch, a.k.a. Fitness Guru, a.k.a. Hudson's younger brother.
Hi everyone, my name is Pierre. Just like Richard just said everything, I'm so happy to be in this podcast today.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, we just want to thank you so much for all support, all the feedback, and especially the constructive criticism, because we appreciate everything that's been given to us. We're thankful that God has given us this platform. We're thankful, that people have really been supporting us. So please subscribe to our YouTube page and give us likes and give us the feedback, because we are starting off. So, we truly do appreciate all support that have been given to us. So we're very, very thankful for that.
All the feedbacks that we have, I love it. I love it. And I like the energy. A lot of people reach out to me personally. They say, well, you guys are doing a great job. And that's what we want to see. And we want to keep doing on the same path to bring good content and also talk to people and also bring all great ideas. But we still need those comments, and we still need you to share those videos and give us a likes, give us comment, everything that we need, because it's good for us, and also it helps us. And we see that we have an audience, and we have people that are watching and that are paying attention to what we are doing. And today is gonna be a great topic that we're gonna be talking about.
Sure is, man.
And it's gonna be, what does music represent to you?
You can't escape that.
Oh yeah, Richard, what do you think about it?
Listen, man. Growing up, like in grade school, middle school, it's funny because I work with middle schoolers now. The music they listen to now is different, and a lot of people don't know, but even till this day, you ask these kids a conversation. This was always the debate. When I'm 12, 13 years old, are you on team Tupac Shakur or are you on team Biggie Smalls? Listen, I'm sorry. Tupac was that dude. Tupac was that dude, man. Listen, I'm telling you, till this day, he was probably like my favorite artist. It's always, I was in his camp. Whether people were talking about, well, Biggie Smalls is a better rapper. Well, to me, it's more about the message.
Yeah.
And even though, if I'm gonna be honest, Tupac did have a few screws loose. The guy was a bit out there, but just I guess it was his message. Yeah. Some of his messages, some of his songs, like Brenda's having a baby. That was a very powerful message. And I also love the song that he had. The song that he had was, To My Unborn Child. The songs like that is stuff you don't see anymore. Yeah. So to me, that message was very, very important. I was always on Team Tupac, man. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. And it was great, man, for me. That's just me personally.
Hey, that's great. That's great.
That's good.
Well, what do you think, Pierre?
Myself, music is, to me, the world doesn't make any sense without music.
That's true.
Music represent like joy, peace. It also represent some type of energy that can push you towards like good things and bad things.
Sure.
It depends how you take, music and how you understand it. Myself growing up, I grew up in a Christian family where it was always about, the Lord's songs, the Lord's music.
Remember those days?
And my dad was a pastor, and that's what he introduced to us. But growing up, when I was introduced to other music, and this black community, it was hip hop. I remember 50 Cent was my guy. 50 Cent was my guy.
About to go balling,
balling or go to those,
yes. 50 was that dude in high school. He was that dude in high school.
Or going to the gym, And we only focus on, upper body workout, no legs.
But you do remember, we beat a lot of people. We beat a lot of people. When the music start going, and that's when our games start going too.
Exactly. And I saw how music was powerful and influenced us to get better at basketball. We had swag we never thought we did, and that's why I said music to me represent joy, happiness, sadness, and also can motivate you to do things that are right and also wrong.
That's true. And to just follow what you just said, hip hop was very influential. Especially for us as young men growing up, and we know we play ball. You and I go on the court.
Yeah.
Music makes sense. You know,
It does.
because why it makes sense. It gives you this vibe. It gives you this motivation. It works in you.
yeah.
Certain music that you listen. 50 Cent. When we start going on the court and 50 Cent starting. Blasting.
Yeah,
Snoop
I
Dogg.
know,
all
I
those
know.
guys.
Everybody
And
does
that's what-
Invincible.
Everybody like I feel like
Yeah.
man, I feel like I
Feel
can
like-
dunk. Even at the time, I couldn't dunk. I felt like I could
Everything
dunk,
is possible.
and nobody could stop me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah.
I felt. The music can
yeah.
make you feel invincible, even though you can't do anything.
That's true.
And it's just
That's
a
true.
feeling. It's just a feeling.
Man,
And
yeah.
me growing up, my brother here, so we were together. But when you have your parents have been kids before, but they're at a time where right now they want the best for you. And they know what music can bring into your life. Because, hip hop, this is a culture, this is something that we're looking at the people from BET, how they dress, these guys look cool,
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
you look at it, like, hey, I need to start looking at like those guys, if I'm going to a basketball court, right, I have to look like I belong there, because you have to look good. You have to have that swag when you're going to go play basketball. So that music, hip-hop music, bring that to our lives, But that's where our parents become very, very protective of us. And they my dad was more like, give me my gospel. Hey, my gospel is what I need.
Yeah.
And you, my son, listen to the gospel because that will lead you to God. And also that will help you to make better decisions in life. And that's the same thing that I was doing. But as we start getting older, 15, 16, now we starting to like, hey, let's dip a little bit on,
step
on the
outside of the
other
house,
side.
yeah.
Let's just dip a little bit and check what's going on.
Get our
and
feet
then
wet.
we see how everybody's so like, wow, these guys can ball. But man, they can do it. But at the same time, it was just like the swag that we got.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
grew up in it, we're watching it, and we want to be just like them. It was so influential. What do you think, Richard?
Well, the culture. I mean, at the end of the day, if anybody plays sports, I remember me and my boy Welch were talking about this. We were legit like, yo, before, like, and he was a track star, back in high school.
It was good.
The track star, he was track star, And it's funny because I'm staring at him right now. Yo, so it's funny because like, yo, we're talking about that. Yo, DMX was that dude. Listen, I play football, okay? And I'm sorry.
Yeah, DMX.
I'm sorry. When you are about to play a sport as physical as football, Kurt Franklin was not gonna cut it. Kim, listen to.
No, that's not the
listen,
moment.
listen,
That's not the moment,
listen, man. When you playing football, there's a certain mindset you gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like
true, that's
at
true.
that time, man, there's a certain mind frame. DMX, we're like, yo, what? This dude's barking? Yo, let's start barking. In your mind, you're
know,
telling
I
yourself,
know.
man, I gotta start barking. Like there was something about the sound, the music, the frequency of it.
Yeah, the
that just
energy
got you really
behind
amped
Yeah.
and ready for battle. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that stuff was
yeah.
crazy. Like I remember, like me and my boy Jameson, we would always blast like Dipset like in my room, not too loud. My mom probably like tell us to turn it down a little bit. We would blast Dipset. Dipset, they can't rap. No one can rap, but their beats, they have the sickest beats. I always wish actual lyricists like Jadakiss could actually hop on, those actual beats and be like, yo, and actually make the music sound good. Because these dudes Dipset, they couldn't rap. Let's be honest. But their beats, we stay repping their beats. And you just always have the headphones because that was part of the culture at that time.
Yeah.
At the time, that was the times. That was the culture, and that was what everybody was listening to. Listen, I was going to church, but I wasn't blasting gospel music.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, gospel music just wasn't a thing for me. I was young, and hip hop, R&B. I'm not gonna lie, I also listened to David Allen Boucher, so 106.7, soft rock at night. Before my mom did it, my mom got me on him. I heard him one day I was walking by her bedroom, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this dude's voice. He goes, bedtime magic.
He got you to sleep.
Bedtime magic. Bedtime magic.
yeah.
I was like, yo,
I'm like, this is good.
this dude, this brother right here.
Yeah.
Listen, man, listen. And hey, you know what? That's how I grew up.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? And like we were talking about, like it's a culture, and we grew up in it. But we need to also know, like our parents, Haitian, and we grew up also in that other side of music, which is they call compa.
Compa, Zook. Come on now.
Every Haitian people, Haitian parents, young people, old people, when you talk about compa, and then that's the music hasn't started yet, and they start moving because that's just the way it is. It's that feeling. And to tell you the truth for myself, I can still say it right now. I'm not really into compa like that. It's wrong.
Blasphemy. He ain't true Haitian. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not really Haitian, y'all. He's not Haitian, y'all.
No, listen. A lot of people will say, "What is you're not Haitian then?"
You buy Haitian, no?
I mean,
buy Haitian.
listen. To me, it goes to what I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I was not the type that was out there like that. And my parents, they were more like, and my brother can testify. They kept us, in order to protect us. I wasn't like out there like that. Yeah. We were like kids that grew up in a house. We go to school and then we come back home. You know what I'm saying? And my dad was like 6'3". He's like all jacked up. When he says something, you better behave. You better behave. Yep. I finally see something like when I finally get to 18, 17, I got so tall, as tall as him, but his presence was so, my goodness.
Overwhelming.
He just talked and I start shaking. He was a big dude. But the thing is, I never actually experienced what compa was all about. But I do know it's a big thing for Haitian people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people love it. I got my boy Welch. This guy, you won't see him go a day without getting a little compa.
Welch is dancing right now.
You know
y'all can't see him. He in the corner right now, dancing right now.
You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm still on the process of trying to listen a little bit, you know, to see what it's about. But at the same time, I will say, back then when I was younger, I saw music one way. It was all about listening to a good beat. It was all about what kind of clothes people were wearing at the time. It was all about the swag. It was never about the lyrics. It was never about the message. It was never about nothing else. It's like, I like this beat. So that compa, sometimes I see a car going by and then I can hear something. I'm like, oh, that thing is, somebody is going in right now. That sounds good. But there's also some that sound, I'm like, you need to turn that off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the other day when we were riding bikes.
Yeah, you know what? Compa, I know compa is a style of music that, you know, so many people that are not Haitian are embracing right now. It's loved by every Haitian.
They can dance too.
Like myself growing up, I never knew how to dance compa. I think that contributes to my hate for compa.
That's why he know what to do. That's why when it came on, he know what to do.
No one taught me how to dance.
Can move the hips.
You gotta learn that.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna like it. And you know, but when I grew up, Hudson and Brother Richard, when I grew up, I started to listen to the lyrics. So now I understand the melody, you know, the drum, the keyboard can make you dance uncontrollably. I understand that. But I started to read the lyrics.
Yeah.
Versus who I was.
Yeah.
You see? Now, because now I started to know, okay, who am I? Okay, I'm a man of God. Now, okay, now let me listen to the compa. The sound is nice, great. Even myself, I disagree with it, but I cannot stay in one place. But when I start listening or reading the lyrics, I'm like, I'm like, man, that's.
You want to translate that for the people? You want to translate that in English for people at home?
Let me touch you.
Translate that in English.
Let me come here.
Let me come here. Let me crush you. Let me touch you.
Things like this, and I'm like,
whoa.
And you know what? It's the same for every song,
every genre, every type
everything.
Of music. Yeah.
You know, nowadays we don't pay attention to, you know, the lyrics anymore.
Yeah.
It's mostly the sound. It's mostly the sound.
Yeah.
And what I would challenge people to start doing, don't play the sound. Read the lyrics. Just read the lyrics and see how you feel about it. Now, if you're okay with it, then you can, you're good.
Do your thing.
You're good.
Yeah.
But if you're not okay with it, but now think about it.
Yeah.
This is actually the message you're receiving.
That's true.
Me personally, it was never about the lyrics.
Compa King.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? It was always about the sound. Okay, we used to listen. Unlike these two, I could dance to some zouk.
Good for you.
That's a
I could
lot.
dance to some compa,
Good for
okay?
you. Good for you. I can still
He ain't
learn, though.
know my whole life, okay? Ask
still
Welch.
learn.
Ask Welch. He ain't know my whole life, y'all. He never ever seen me in that light, so he has no idea. He doesn't know. So it's it's ignorance is bliss, right? You know what I'm saying? So he does not know. Listen, okay, I'm not gonna say the group, but I was part of this youth group, and listen, man. Listen, listen. We
Surrounded
used to
by
have
women,
we used to have our own little parties. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It was nothing bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like, but we wasn't blasting gospel music. We were playing Zouk and compa. Zouk was my thing.
Got you going in the
Zouk
dark.
is Zouk is like R&B kind of. It's like that slow. It's like that slow tempo. And
I love
once
Zouk.
you-
I'm not
once your
gonna lie.
hips, listen,
But,
once your hips
yeah.
start moving, man, it's like, listen. I don't listen to Zouk and compa now,
Yeah.
but I will say, if someone's blasting that in
It's
a
only
car,
because you know better.
I don't know what it is, yo. It's like your hips sometimes just start like,
I know.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your hips just
It hits you on the
they
spot.
start moving a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's good.
I'm like,
That's good.
you know what, Jesus? I'm gonna need you to intervene real quick because I'm starting to have a little flashback, Lord.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying, Jesus?
This is exactly the power and influence of it.
It works in you. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people who live that lifestyle right now. I mean, listen, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But for who I am now. I would say now because now I know what place I am in. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem for people that loves music to the extreme, because some people that's why they go to club. That's why they do all the thing, because they want to feel that magic. They want to feel, because certain music works in you in a way that it makes you move. Because some people, you can be trying to be serious and you're listening to a song, and the next thing you know, you don't even know that you're moving your leg until you're like, oh, I'm moving my leg, because there's that moment and that
Move my
music
leg.
that get to you, and you start nodding your head. You start moving. Without knowing it. But the thing is, that's what music does to you. Like my brother said earlier, that music is important. Music, the world doesn't make sense without music.
Yeah.
And any place that you are on earth, music plays a major role. Even if you're watching a movie, if there's no sound, no music, the movie won't make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Because the music brings emotions. It brings
Yeah.
how you feel in that moment. Like when we were watching Avengers, we were watching the part 2. What was the name? The Endgame.
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
I believe like that's when Black
Man?
Widow died. I believe.
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
Iron Man,
At that
Black
moment when
Widow,
they're
yeah.
dropping her and that sound comes,
Oh,
everybody's
man.
like, "Oh man." I
It's
don't know.
tough.
Tears started to coming out. Some women can't take it. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why?"
I cry. Listen, I didn't cry. I almost did when Iron Man died. Black Widow, one of my students ruined for me. And man, guess what, Mr. Richard? Black Widow dies, I heard. So I couldn't
ruined
even.
it. They
I couldn't
ruined
even
it
feel
for
the
you.
moment. I couldn't feel the moment because of my
They're really
student.
for you. But what is music actually? So people that plays music, they already know what it's about. People that sing songs, write music, they know what it's about. But for those who don't, who just listeners, music is what? Music is an art form, a cultural activity. Cultural activity whose medium is sound. So
Sound.
cultural activity. So that means everybody, all culture got their own style of music they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what is sound? Sound, by definition, is a variation, okay? It's a vibration that travels through the air. A vibration that travels through the air, or another medium that can be heard when it reaches the ear of the person or an animal. It does something. You know what I'm saying? What does it do? The sound gets to your brain and it stimulates it. And make you start moving, and you start responding to it. That's why if a sound is not done properly, like sometimes when you're at the choir and then when you're trying to sing, everybody's one side and there's one dude, there's always one dude that's went the other way with the sound. You're like, whoa. It's not, you're not in unison right
That
now.
dude's always
the harmony
confident.
is off balance, and your ears can tell you, oh, whoa, this is
Jacking
wrong.
it up.
When you're trying to listen to a sound to fall asleep, if the wrong sound comes into your ears, what's
You're not
happening?
gonna take it.
You will never fall asleep.
No, not at all.
It's a flow. That's why the more you're good, the better you are at playing music, you see how people will draw to you. Even animals. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
know.
music is so powerful, that if you play music wherever you are right now, because the sound travel in the air, the wind can bring it to you, and you can hear it from far away. You know, when you hear it's like, oh, something is playing somewhere. I gotta be there. So that's what music is all about. When we sit here and when we talk about like what does music represent to us, to you, wherever you are listening to this or watching us on YouTube, the thing is, music to me, what it brings in me, it's at a time in my life I was very down. You know, I lost my dad at the time. I'm the oldest child, you know, and I didn't know how to respond to the responsibility that I was gonna get because I'm the oldest, you know. But as I was in that moment, because I'm a man of God, I'm praying all the time because God is in my life, you know what I'm saying? I got Christ in my life and all that. So I started to try to find an answer. And I started to listen to music, mostly motivational, or I went to the music, like gospel music, you know what I'm saying? Fred Hammond, I listened to that a lot, you know, and No Weapon Formed Against Me Shall Prosper. You know, I started to listen to some music, you know, and then as I'm listening to it, and it started to bring me to a moment, to a place where I can find not only peace, and now I'm down. If I was sad, now my mood changed. Music changed your moods. Music make you, you know what I'm saying? Turn into, you know, a freak.
Turn
it
you
happens.
Up.
You know what I'm saying?
You up.
It depends on what kind of lyrics you're listening to. Oh, girl, tonight I'm about to touch you. I mean, you're listening to this. Let me tell you something. You start imagining.
Let me. I can't continue.
Also,
Christian podcast, y'all. Christian podcast.
Hey, listen. we have to tell it like it is. But music also got two sides of it. The music that can bring you on the physical world, and also the music that can connect you to the spiritual world. Why? Because when you're at church, you're listening to a praise, and you start doing it over and over, it connects you to God. It connects you to a spiritual realm. Also, it can connect you to the bad spirit as well. That's what music does. That's what people that serve Satan, they do the same thing. And also people that want to have fun, there are also music that you can listen to make you want to have fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's just the aspect of it. That means music is present in all aspects of our lives.
Yeah, this is one thing I can never understand. Music doesn't have a soul, but its influence and power, you cannot understand it.
Come on, brother.
So
Preaching right now. He preaching. He preaching that word right now.
So you know what I can say to everyone, maybe you're part of a church, you're worshiping the Lord, but you happen not to listening to only gospel music. This is what I can say. I can only ask you this question. What music do you feel your heart take pleasure in? So the reason why I ask this question is this. You cannot escape not listening to the music you don't want to listen. And I'm going to tell you why. You go to the gym.
You're listening to.
Are you going to listen to gospel? So you're going to go to the manager and be like, you know, can you change this? I'm going to give you my iPod. Plug this because the man of God's going to work out.
Gospel music cannot motivate you
Are you gonna do
to
this?
work out either.
The woman of God's gonna work out.
You know what? You just said, I'm going to tell you something after I'm done finish.
Y'all got
saying what I'm
Tasha
saying.
Cobbs in the rotation.
Now, you go to a store. They're not playing the gospel.
No,
You're listening to it.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, which type of music does your heart take pleasure in?
Yeah.
You see, it's all about the heart now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot escape not listening to the songs or the music or the lyrics you don't want to. At your job, sometimes they're playing songs, right? Can you escape that? No. So, now, you said something about, what did you say again about like music about like you cannot listen to music at the gym, right? To gospel music at the gym.
Yeah.
Lately, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Lately.
It works for you?
Oh man. Bro, I can
don't know
be
about
under
that.
that bench, man.
Hey, it's good for you.
I can be under that bench, man.
And you feel the presence of the Lord
And
help
I
you.
have the headphone, right? The gospel is going so slow in my ears. And I feel the power, man.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna lie. Try it.
I don't know about
Bro,
that one.
bro.
That's good for you.
And I'm like, wow, I can feel it. Because you know what? sometimes we take God as someone who can only operate in what in songs that go fast and this and that.
Yeah.
No, like it also operates in slow motion sounds, calm sounds too. So it's all about understanding. Once I understood that it's not like the hype music that get you hype, it's all in your head about how you understand what energy and
that's true.
strength and motivation
I
is.
respect that take.
And guess
I
what?
respect that take.
It works.
I respect that
it
too.
works.
It works.
I respect that. It may not work for everybody else.
Exactly.
It may not work, but it makes sense to you.
There's a level of motivation and understanding once you get it. Like
Yeah.
I would listen to the slowest Hillsong's music.
Yeah. And then
I
you still-
surrender.
Hey,
Oh
and
man, I feel the.
you
I
surrender the dumbbell.
Bro, I can feel the energy coming out,
I feel you.
the strength
I feel
coming
you.
out. This is true. I've
Yeah.
been experiencing it. That's why you see me so. You see?
Yeah,
Like-
you pumped up. You pumped up like that. I know.
So I would.
So Richard, what do you
Listen,
think?
guys. Listen, guys. That's a lie.
That's all.
Listen, no. I'm not saying that you can't listen to gospel music because, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
We were riding bikes the other day. See, God did this on purpose, and I was listening. Listen, I don't listen to the music I used to listen to. Obviously, I'm a man of God now. I don't listen to what I used to listen to. But, I listen to WWE theme songs, Judge Me, or promos. Like, I'm a wrestling guy. I watch wrestling. Yes, I still do. Oh, you're grown up now. I still watch wrestling. Get over it. But I listen to the theme songs, and my phone was acting up. And for some reason, like, I forgot, there was a sermon and a gospel song that came on. And I forgot about this until, I just said this. And then as I was about to change it, God goes, "You're really going to change it? Am I not enough to get you excited to ride a bike?" I heard that voice, and I was like, "Oh, snap." And that's when everything changed for me. And that's why I was like, okay, you know what, God? Wow, that's real.
Bro, that's amazing.
That's when I was like, that's
I've
real.
been experiencing that.
And you know what? The thing about it is that's important for everybody at home. Lyrics do matter.
Yeah,
Once
they
you change your life, once I really gave my life to Christ, and I'm talking to everybody at home right now, the lyrics started to really come out. Because honestly, when I was a kid, you listen to Jadakiss, you listen to TLC, you listen to SWV, and their music wasn't bad in terms of like, they wasn't saying anything bad. Like, TLC had a song about like, what about your friends? What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? And like, except that they were wearing condoms. So if you think about it, they were promoting sex and safe sex, but still. No, but my point is, it's like, once I received God in my life, things changed. Like life changed, everything changed for me. And it was interesting because I remember, especially when it came to lyrics, there was certain things to me that was so deep. I remember, there's a song called, I think it's called Ala La La Long. I think that's what it was called, right?
La, 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 long.
Ala La La Long.
I remember
So that was the name of the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all right now, okay?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, listen to this, okay? I used to sing that song, but it was that song that made me realize that I can't listen
Yeah.
to secular music like that anymore. Even though there was a preacher named G. Craig Lewis that exposed hip hop for what it actually was, and to me, that was like, oh snap, that's real.
Yeah.
So
That note.
to me, what ended up transpiring was this, right? So what happened was this. The dude was saying in the lyrics, he goes, "Girl, I want to make you sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry, I'm gonna push you some more or."
Oh,
So I'm a kid, and I'm singing like, "Girl, I want to make you sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry, I'm gonna push you some more or." You're a kid, you're a kid. So you're singing these songs.
Trying to understand
You're
what-
singing these lyrics. You don't know what you're singing.
That's true.
And I thought, I'm like, hold on, that sounds like rape. Once I got older, I was like, that don't even sound right.
Yeah.
Some people are like, nah, brother, that's just good sex.
Yeah.
I'm like, to me,
Lyrics.
like, so
matters.
the lyrics matter.
Yeah.
Lyrics matter. And to me, you have to understand, like, once I gave my life to Christ, everything matters. Yeah, and it was interesting what you guys were saying because God, music should always matter.
oh yeah.
It shouldn't. So honestly, there are times I wish I could go back to my younger self and tell myself, hey, you know what? Because now when it comes to DMX, comes to Tupac, I don't listen to those guys no more. I pray for those guys. I mean, Tupac's gone now, but you know, I was praying for individuals who listened to him because not everything he sang was positive. He was saying a whole bunch of stuff that was kind of crazy. Once you get older, you start to realize, you know, the things that are being said, the language that's being used, how women are being objectified in the music. See, stuff like that is like, to me, is what drew me away from secular
certain
music.
Yeah.
I told myself,
music.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
On that note, I wanted to say, if you're Christian, because I know on a general on a general sense, like everybody loves music and everybody has a preference. I understand that. There's a lot of us that before we come to Christ, we had a life before Christ.
Yeah.
And there was certain music that we loved at the time. But if you're now in Christ, you have to make sure how to separate the two.
Yeah.
And you know where you belong. That's a decision that you're gonna do. Nobody can force you to do anything. You have to understand that music gives life, but also music can take it away. And the message sometimes can be a message for you to grow positively, to progress. And some of them can destroy mindsets, what you listen to. Like I said, back in the day, I was into hip hop a lot. I used to listen to play basketball every day. That's what I used to do, you know. But when I got older now, and I see the lyrics, what it was all about, you know, and for the life that I'm living now, I know what to listen. Not every song, even if it's secular, that every song is bad.
That's true.
Because there's a message in it.
Message,
It's always
If
about
it's
the
about
lyric.
love, they talk about love. There's a
about
lot
love,
of artists out there that talks about love.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of artists right now that's giving you a motivation, that's giving you an idea to think about.
Yeah.
That's the power of music.
Inspiration.
Music works, but it depends on how you take it, just like my brother said. The mindset that you have. If you're someone that can work out at the gym with gospel, go ahead.
Go ahead and do it, yeah.
Me, I may not do it, but it depends on how I feel on that day.
Yeah.
I may want to listen to Eye of the Tiger.
Listen, wrestling theme songs, Eye of the Tiger, that's what, when I go to the gym, that's what it is. I'm being honest.
Bro,
You know?
bro, myself, I've been trying new things.
Eye of the Tiger,
I've been
man.
trying new things and to see the reaction, because remember, sometimes things can be a mindset, how do you understand things. And my last message could be for all Christians who are struggling with secular music,
Secular music, yeah.
circular songs, read the lyrics, and then you can bring the judgment. You can make the judgment yourself.
I mean, the problem is secular music, especially the just the strength of the music and the message, especially if it's a dirty message, it's hard to pray. It's hard to see God's face. I found myself listening to music, you know, that was really bad for me, and it was like, okay, it's hard to pray. Not now, but you know, back then it's like, man, I can't even get in the presence of God. Stuff I was listening to, stuff I was watching. So it's important, guys. You know, the influence of music is very powerful, and you know, it's important for, especially if you had made that change in your life. And we said, well, not all music is bad, but the intent is very, very important. So, guys, we just want to say thank you. It's been a great time. We have Brother Enoch here. Brother Enoch, if you have anything you want to tell people, you know, any projects that you got going on,
right
yourself, that you want to put on yourself?
I would say, first of all, I'm a chef right now.
Yeah, he can throw it down.
You can cook. Brother can throw down.
But I am working on the fitness and the nutrition life of so many of my brothers and sisters. This is a project I'm working on right now, and I will ask you guys to pray for me. I cannot say much about it, but in a few months, I'll be saying more about it, about the fitness and the health of the Christian.
Maybe next time we can
church.
have you back, and so that way you can deliver the message yourself.
Exactly.
All right. Well, guys, it's been nice. We want to thank you very much. Thank you for all support. Once again, support Rosehill Productions. We are here at 572 Boston Road, Billerica, Massachusetts. Yep. Please come down. Please see Welch Paul. This studio is very beautiful. This whole spot, I'm telling you right now, it's clean, guys. If you want your photos being taken, please hit up Welch Paul. Yep. If you want a podcast being taken, please hit up Welch Paul. This man's doing big things. God has really blessed him. We are appreciative. Got the Rosehill Productions shirt on. You know, I got to represent. You know, I got to represent. They slacking, y'all. They ain't slacking. They ain't like me, but thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. So please subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to be up on YouTube
Share, like.
with H&R. This is Richard Voltaire.
God bless.